We're live from the second event of the Men's World Championship Relay event here in Warsaw, Poland. I'm Rob Stull, and I've got Heather Fell.
Good morning. Welcome to the swimming pool. We are just about to see 3 heats for this men's final competition. There'll be 5 teams competing in each heat, and it'll be six lanes will be used in this heat. So we will have 2 athletes competing for each team. They'll be completing 100 meters each to make up a total of a 200-meter relay.
We've got 17 teams, so we'll have 5 teams in heat number 1 and 6 teams in heat number 2 and 3. The athletes have been seeded based on their best time of the season, so the fastest swimming heat, not necessarily the leaders in the competition, will be swimming in the last heat. So they're introducing the athletes from heat number 1 now. We've got a capacity crowd on site here at the AWF, which is the Olympic Training Center for Poland, here in Warsaw.
So just coming onto poolside now, we will have in lane 1 the team from Hungary, lane 2 Mexico, lane 3 Guatemala, lane 4 Italy, and lane 5 Germany.
The top seed times today for heat 1. They have a seed time of 1:54 for a 200-meter freestyle. So that should, if they reach their seed times, you've got a dead heat.
Exactly, and also it's not just about the times and winning this heat. It's very much about the points. So the Hungarian team are one of the slower entries. They're competing in lane 1, but currently, after the fencing competition, they've got 222 points and are lying 4th overall.
We're ready for the start.
And the swimmers are underway. It's 100 meters for this the first swimmers who will take over into the second 100 meters for this heat 1 of the Senior World Championships men's relay final.
Well, we've got Hungary out in lane 1 as our early leader coming to the 50-meter mark. He'll turn and have a 50-meter to go, and Hungary's our early leader.
Now Hungary obviously fired up after their fencing, a very impressive performance for them. It's Demeter now who is taking them out, and he is still in the lead from, we've got Mexico hot on their heels, no, the Italians, sorry, who are closely behind the Hungarian team.
So it's Hungary and Italy. Hungary and Italy in lane 4, Hungary in lane 1. They'll be passing off to their teammates. And it's a virtual dead heat as we pass off at the 100-meter mark.
So that was a great swim for Demeter of Hungary. He hands over to Harangozo, who is now going to see if he can maintain that lead, but more importantly, if he can get a really fast time and make the most of these points that are available in the swimming pool today. So still, it is neck and neck. It's Italy against Hungary in this heat 1 of the men's relay final.
Again, Hungary out in lane 1 and Italy in lane 4. They're coming to the 150 mark. They're flipping. Hungary has a slight edge over Italy, but Italy's going to move on the last 50.
And actually, we're still in 3rd place. They're creeping up here. Mexico in lane 2. Are they going to come back at the leaders? At the turn, it is still Hungary just taking it. It really is a battle, this final 25 meters of this heat 1 men's relay. And it is certainly, I cannot call it, between Hungary and Italy for the 1st place.
It looks like it's Hungary. It's Hungary by a stroke, and it's Hungary. Italy's 2nd, and it's a race for 3rd, and 3rd is too close to call. What do you say, Heather?
Well, what a time for Hungary. They have beaten their entry time by 13 seconds, 1-3 seconds. That's an incredible swim for that young Hungarian team.
Wow, and so you had Hungary in 1st, Italy in 2nd, the team from Mexico and Guatemala were a virtual tie for third. Dead heat.
That was an impressive race, and it's proving that these entry times, maybe these athletes, now it's the World Championships, they have all trained for this. This is the biggest event of the year, and they're coming out and performing when it really matters.
And they are shaved and tapered, I'm sure, and also the entry times may be based on a 50-meter pool on a long course swim, but they're swimming 25-meter short course. We're very delighted. All 5 events are in the same venue here at Abuip, the Polish Olympic Training Center. So we will wrap up Heat 1 and we'll prepare for Heat 2.
So in Heat 2, it's going to be an interesting competition because we have the Belarusian team and the French team who are currently tied in equal first along with the Czechs. Now, they are on equal points coming into this competition. And not only that, we've also expected to see 4 teams swim at the same speed. So it's going to be one very close heat.
Yeah, Heat 2 is going to be, it's extraordinary. You have, at sea times, you have Poland, France, Korea, and Ukraine, all listed at 1 minute and 50 seconds. And only 1 second back is Belarus, and then bringing up the tail end is China. And don't forget, China's our leader today.
So we're going to, the athletes just parading now. In lane 6 will be China, lane 5, Ukraine, lane 4, Korea, lane 3, France, lane 2, as you just heard, the Polish team, and lane 1 will be Belarus.
We'll have the official introductions. You know, my prediction on Heat 2 is with such a strong Polish contingent, Simon Staszkiewicz from Poland is their leadoff. I expect him to go out like a madman.
I think the Poles have already proven in the fence this morning that the home crowd is to their benefit, and it'll be interesting to see if they carry this through to the swimming.
We've got a fair start, but there's an early lead from China. China is our early leader. And
at the moment, it's the 2 slowest seeds who are leading. So we've got China in lane 6 and Belarus in lane 1, taking out this first 100 meters.
But Korea has moved into a solid second. But China still has the lead at 75-meter mark. With 25 meters to go, it is China, followed by Belarus.
Now, it's very interesting that Belarus are swimming so well. They are seeded slowest in this heat, but they're currently vying for points and racing France neck and neck for the points after the fencing competition when they equaled first.
At the handoff, China is way out in front. They have a body length and a half, 2 body length lead on the field with 75 meters to go, less than 75 meters to go.
At the moment, the seeding system is proving not quite correct. We've got the outside lanes really showing themselves here.
50 meters to go. China's way out in front. Korea in second. It's China and Korea, but China has a commanding lead.
And now we can actually see Poland vying for second. They're using their home crowd and they're coming back strongly. Just 25 meters to go. China have got it, but the fight is on for second.
It's a 3-way race for second. China's our leader. They will win, but it is a race to the finish. It's a race between Poland, and Poland's going to do it.
Well, Wow, that was close. Bravely called, but I leave that to the judge between Poland and Korea. A very close finish, and Belarus just behind in fourth.
I'm going to go with the hometown team here. I'm giving it to Poland. You know, that you've got China out front, Poland and Korea in a virtual dead heat.
And they give it to Lane. Hang on. Just getting the results coming through now.
Well, that wraps up heat 2. Again, China had a commanding lead there. A big surprise for us. They were the slowest seed time, and that goes to show you, we will probably not be talking about seed times much more today. But at any rate, we're finishing up heat 2. There's one more heat to go. The top 6 swimming teams will be up next. And Heather, let's give us a rundown of who we got.
So in lane 1, we're going to have the Russian team of Krzysztof and Pokrovensky. Now they finished 14th after the fencing, so they're going to be looking to really add some points to this event with their strong swim. We've got a strong pairing from Great Britain of Tom Toulis and Jamie Cook. Now Jamie held the world record for the modern pentathlon 200-metre swim, and is a very strong swimmer, so it'll be interesting to see how they work as a pairing in this event. And one of their main rivals in lane 3 are the Egyptian brothers, Omar and Amro El Jaziri, and they are seeded the fastest, so it could be a good race between Egypt and Great Britain. But then in lane 4, we have the teams from the Czech Republic, and they are currently ranked number 1 after the fencing competition, so they will be looking to extend that lead and see if they can really use this swim to give them those bonus points heading into the ride this afternoon. Lane 5, we've got Kazakhstan, who are ranked 9th after their fence. And then in lane 6, it's the American duo, who are currently in 11th position.
And just a word about the seed times. You know, you've got the Egyptians, the El Jaziri brothers from Egypt, you know, at a seed time of 1:46. Then every other team in this heat has the identical seed time of 1:49. I think it's gonna make a big difference. They're swimming short course, not long course, and 100 meters. So I think this is anybody's race, to be honest with you.
It really is, and when it comes to a short course and only 100 meters, the athletes are used to swimming 200 meters for most of the year, and it suits different athletes more than others. Sometimes the weaker swimmers can actually perform much better comparatively when they're racing only over the short sprint distance, so it's very hard to call.
Oh, absolutely. I was a drop-dead sprinter myself. 50 meters, very hard to beat me. Official introductions, and we'll get started.
And it's great to see big support for the Olympic champion there, David Svoboda from Czech Republic.
We really do have a who's who of the pentathlon swimming world here. You've got the Olympic champion from the Czech Republic, David Svoboda, as you said. You've got the world record holder from Great Britain. And you've got the Olympic record holder, who's Amro El Jaziri from Egypt. So here we go.
And this is the start of the men's relay competition for the swimming. It's a 200-meter relay, and these athletes are off to the 100-meter sprint.
And it's Kazakhstan out for an early lead.
Now we've got actually in lane 1, Russia starting to take that lead.
With the world record and Olympic record holders behind. See. You've got Kazakhstan and Russia. They're our leaders, and it's a virtual dead heat for first. Kazakhstan, Russia out in lane 1 and Kazakhstan in lane 5.
And then it's interesting, it's still pretty close between Egypt and Great Britain. They've got a very good competitive background there, so it'll be all about this changeover now, coming towards the end of this first 100 meters, and the second athletes are getting ready to take over.
Russia's got the lead, and here comes the rest of the field.
Now the race is on. Russia have that substantial lead, but it'll be interesting as we've got the faster swimmers swimming second. Both Egypt and Great Britain are closing on the leaders, Russia, who are in lane 1 at the moment.
Russia's out in front, but it is a race between Egypt and Great Britain. Egypt and Great Britain are stroke for stroke. Absolutely stroke for stroke with 50 meters to go. And El Jaziri, Amro El Jaziri, is moving out. In fact, he's moving on Russia. You've got Russia.
No, definitely. The turn, Russia still have it, but I don't think they're going to keep that lead 25 meters to go, and Egypt and Great Britain are giving it everything. Now it actually looks like Amro is taking the lead. It's going to be neck and neck to Russia. Who is going to take that?
Russia.
And actually Russia held on. What a strong swim from Russia.
It's a nose. Amro El Jaziri, the Olympic record holder in the sport, has, it looks like, just been out-touched by the Russian. It looks like Russia first, Egypt second, Great Britain third. But a great swim by all the teams here in the fastest heat, the Men's World Championship relay event. Russia finished at 1:44.6. It's a great swim time for Russia. I don't know what the short course world record is, but they're probably close.
We're seeing some very fast swims in this pool. I think not only is it a 25-meter pool, but the times being posted suggest the swimmers are enjoying this swimming pool, and we might see some very fast times later in the week, I think, when we come to the individual finals.
Yeah, this is a precursor to things to come. It was a great swimming event. I think when we see the men's and the swim their individual race later in the week, it's going to be a great, great matchup between Amro El Jaziri, Cook from Great Britain, and obviously Kustov from Russia.
So that is it for us at the swimming pool. We will be joining you again shortly over at the riding arena, and we'll be giving you updates on how the scores have changed after these first two events this morning at the Men's World Championship relay competition.
Amro,